Kabiesio. This is a king who was coronized by his people in 2019. This king is an accountant based in the United States. He has lived in America for many years and he holds an American passport. Sadly, the action of this king has once again soiled the reputation of his people and his country. This king is going to prison for 50 years if he's found guilty. He was arrested by the FBI. Good afternoon. We bring you the latest update about the daily lived experiences of immigrants in the diaspora. I am your one and only Frank. If you see any value in this content, you can show appreciation to this channel by giving this video a like and subscribe to our channel. The Apetu of Ipetumodu, Oba Joseph Oloyode. This man has an American passport, and the man in question, he has lived in the United States for many, many years. The man is very, very successful. You may wonder, why would a successful man, a man who was called by his people to come and become their Kabiesi, why would such a man not tarnish the reputation of his people? Some people say money is the root of all evil, that money corrupts people and people act out of greed and without thinking about the consequence. So this man came back to Nigeria in 2019 when the then king passed away. He returned back. He was made the king in his place. And this man, while he was made a king, he was shuttling between the US and Osun State, where he's from in Nigeria. So the man, while he was in America, you remember those times where there was COVID. The American government, like most government in the Western world, they were giving out loans to businesses who were closed at that time because a lot of business, because of COVID, they could not carry out their activities. So this Kabiesi, this king, he then come up with 4 companies. He came up with available tax services, available tutors, available transport, and available finance. 4 companies. He formed 4 companies, and he then started using these companies to apply for loan from the US government. He applied for loan and he collected more than 400,000 American dollars loan with different companies that he created. The sole reason that this man created this company was because he wanted to collect loan that he knows that he will not pay back from the American government. Let me know whether you think that if this man was living in an African country, he would have been arrested. Mind you, he's a king. Do you think that if this man was in a Nigeria or any other African country, that the authorities will arrest a king? This king, he collected the money. That wasn't enough. It was reported that he then started collecting commission. So if anybody wants to collect loan, because he's an accountant, he will help them process it. And a lot of people were coming up with different fake companies, different fake companies to collect loan. And this king will collect commission. So you set up a company, it will help you to collect loan, and you give him 10% of the cut. He was doing that. He thought that everything was fine. After COVID, everything returned back to normal. The man went to Nigeria and he became a king. He was coming back to America, not knowing that another guy who was recently arrested, who was a pastor in Ohio, and this guy, they were the 2 people that were operating this scheme. So this man, on one of his trips, he was going to America, not knowing that the FBI, they have been laying surveillance for him. As soon as our Kabiesi arrived in America, he was arrested. Taka, they handcuffed him. Bah. Kabiesi, the American authority, they don't care whether you are a king or you are anything. If you break the law, you will go to jail. Meanwhile, since last year, the people of Ipetu, where this KBAC comes from, they have been wondering, where is their king? Where is their king? Where is their king? Meanwhile, when the king collected all this loan, he returned back to Nigeria. The traditional palace, where his ancestors, his forefathers have stayed in this palace for many years, the man demolished the palace. He demolished it. He told his people, he said, I am going to build a modern palace because this palace is too old. They demolished it. So when the man was arrested last year in America, his people started saying, where is the king? Where is the king? Where is the king? Rumors started flying that the king has been arrested. Guess what the king did? The king now arranged for his people to be contacted by a projector. The person that was speaking is supposed to be this king, but he did not show his face. The person that was speaking, they then told the people that, oh, I am well, I am okay in America. I'll be coming back home very soon. Please don't believe the rumor that I've been arrested. I am fine. He didn't show his face for the people to see. After that, the king thought that would stop people from spreading rumors that he has been arrested now that they've heard the voice. People say, how can you be a king? You're in America. You want to tell us that you are well, but you do not want to show your face. We do not believe. The rumors still started spreading. As we are speaking right now, people are started realizing that this man is being arrested because his name has been in the news, that the king has been arrested. The wife is the one who has been carrying out most of the traditional right. Mind you, in the culture of these people, where the king come from, a woman is not supposed to carry out traditional right. A woman is not supposed to carry out the traditional right. But because the king wanted the people to believe that he is okay, everything is fine, he then asked his wife to be carrying out the right. As we are speaking now, our KBAC, who we are supposed to bow down for, say, KBAC, long live the king, has been arrested. Let me know whether you think that the king's action has brought shame to his people, or you think that the king action, there is nothing wrong in it. As we are speaking right now, Oba Joseph Oloyede is now facing 14 counts in America for collecting money under deception from the American government. Do you think that this king, if he were in an African country and he was involved in corruption, he will be arrested? Put your comment in the comment section, and don't forget to give this video a like, whether you think that this king action has tarnished the reputation of Africa. So, as we are speaking now, this so-called king is now going to jail. If he's arrested, he'll be going to jail for up to 50 years. And once again, how do you think that the people who are supposed to bow, mind you, a king is supposed to be the custodian of the culture of that society? I have said repeatedly, the problem in Nigeria is that most African countries, people want to be rich by all means. A king who is supposed to set an example is not the one who is not involved in corruption. All the way in America, a king is not going to wear prison dress and go to jail. This is a king who we are supposed to respect, who we are supposed to bow down for. Right now, a king is not nobody in prison. Do you think that is good for African reputation? Let me know what your views are. This is a king who has lived in America. He's very rich. He's not poor. He's an accountant. He's a successful accountant in America. He's very, very rich. But out of greed, because the American government were giving money out for COVID, for him, this is an opportunity to get free money. And now he has now soiled the reputation of the hardworking people of Ipetumodu, where he comes from. That is where greed can lead people. Greed, if you do not control your greed, it can tarnish your reputation. How do you think his people will feel now, knowing full well that the news is carrying that their king has been arrested? Don't forget to give this video a like. More people need to see this king's action has once again tarnished the reputation of hardworking Africans. Today, the reputation of Nigeria and Africa is being tarnished by the action of greedy people like this king. If you've seen any value in this content, don't forget to give it a like, share this video with anyone that you know will benefit.